Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. We're here with Prismatic. Hello, we got a mic here. We can pull it up the bass wherever you need it to be.
Yo.
Say hi.
Yo.
Oh.
What's up?
It's doing this thing and we're slapping back.
Oh no.
Yeah. It's because we're on Mac. We have to do a lot of different things than other people do.
All good.
Yo. So.
Yo.
Welcome to the Potato Show.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, dude. Appreciate it.
Thanks for being here, dude. You've been in the scene for a pretty long time. So you moved here from Maryland?
Yeah, I did. I moved here from Baltimore.
Baltimore, Maryland.
Yeah, in 2018.
2018.
Mm-hmm.
What was really your motivating? What about Denver wanted you to come here?
Well, the awesome music scene, dude. Of course.
The awesome music scene. So I've been saying this for a while. Denver has the #1 bass music scene. I don't want to say in the world because London.
I would say in the United States.
It's definitely America.
It's up there.
Northern West and
I'd say in the continental United States.
Yeah,
it's probably the best.
And my career before this was as a real estate agent,
mm-hmm.
and I'm kind of like tasked with I want to solicit my real estate services to people, but also not feel like I'm poisoning the well of Denver. I mean, like, oh yeah, but guys, if we're bringing people in that love EDM, they love this culture, they love this lifestyle, then we get cool people like this motherfucker right here. Thank you, everybody. Give him a round of applause. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Hey, and when I was going through your Instagram and your Facebook, it seemed like you're really passionate about the outdoors. You have a lot of pictures of you outside enjoying the wilds of Denver, or the wilds of the mountains and stuff.
I do like the outdoors, but I haven't been out as much as I would like.
No, you really.
Hopefully this Saturday, I'm gonna go somewhere.
Where are you going this Saturday?
I don't know yet, but I'm getting out somewhere on Saturday.
You want to go out somewhere this Saturday?
Things like Boulder, like Chautauqua, or something like that.
Do you have any other like camping plans or hiking plans?
I don't
this
camp.
summer?
I don't camp.
You don't camp?
No.
Dude, chat. He doesn't camp.
No.
Oh, yo, we're shutting it down now. He doesn't camp.
Prismatic does not camp. All right, for the record, no camping.
No camping. Well,
I actually have a story why I don't like camping.
Tell us.
I played a music festival in Pennsylvania in 2016. Not going to name the festival.
But it was a camping festival.
It was a camping festival in Pennsylvania.
Which is a really bad representation about how camping is.
Yeah. So, aside from some things that, didn't sit well with me from the promotion stance, I got food poisoning at the camping festival.
Oh.
And it was 90-degree heat, humid, and it had rained the night prior. So, like, the bottom of my tent was completely soaked. So
You're sleeping in mud.
Sleeping in mud, woke up. I felt like my stomach was killing me. I thought I was hungover, but I was like, I didn't even really drink that much. You know what I mean? And I was chilling in the car for 2 hours with the AC, and I was like, I gotta get out of here. So it just ruined camping. And then there's been other camping trips where like I went to a festival in New York and I camped, and I was in June. I was fucking freezing.
Another festival. Camping festival.
I don't want to camp just in general. Give me a hotel. We'll go to the woods and then we'll go to the hotel.
I might be able to change your mind because
I don't think you can. Okay. You know what I'll do? I'll do glamping with one of those I got those yurts. I'll do that.
So this is my first time meeting this awesome gentleman. So I'll tell you, I'm a fourth generation born and raised Coloradan.
Mm-hmm.
I've been living here my whole life. My dad has been taking me camping since I was a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
And now as an adult, I do 2 types of camping. Glamping,
mm-hmm.
#1. I bought a yurt. I bought a 20-foot yurt, which is you lay it out on the ground and you put a giant stake in the middle of it, and it's a huge fucking house.
That's awesome.
In the woods.
Hell yeah.
The other type of camping I do is backpacking. And there's something really special about putting everything that you're going to need for the next couple of days on your back and walking out into the wilderness. And something I think that a lot of people should experience, and I've done it in different ways. Now I'm mostly doing it with hammocks, doing hammock camping. not gonna drag you out on a hammock camping trip, but it's definitely something to consider because outside of festivals, outside of the drinking, and outside of the party culture that is EDM, a lot of times, because a lot of times, yeah, like you said, you'd be in the mud. It might sound kind of appealing, like, oh, I'm gonna sleep on a nice wet mud bed. At least there's gonna be a couple of layers between me and the mud. No, that sucks. Wet camping, it's awful. Let's not do that. But there's lots of awesome dry camping. Love to introduce you to it.
Well, I'll meet you at your campsite. I'm gonna stay at the Marriott with my Marriott points.
The Marriott and Deckers, which is about a 10-minute drive. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we'll do that. That's what I'm saying. I'll try glamping. I just feel like for every one good camping experience I have like 3
really bad ones.
Like traumatizing.
Yeah.
camping.
They can be traumatizing.
And I don't find that fun.
Because you're out there.
Yeah,
there's
you're out
nothing
there.
You can do. You can't be like Lil Wayne and call a fucking helicopter to come rescue you from.
Man, wouldn't that be sick?
That would be sick.
That'd be nice.
Oh, today's episode brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. Got it. If I had Raid Shadow Legends money, I'd be like totally set. No, but I don't.
You don't have Raid Shadow Legends. I'm sponsored by Ridge Wallet.
Ridge Wallet.
I'm kidding. I'm not. I'm not.
What's another generic? Sponsorship?
HelloFresh.
HelloFresh.
Dude, I hate HelloFresh.
This is sponsored by HelloFresh. AG1.
I hate HelloFresh. Dude, no, I don't like HelloFresh because I had a roommate that would get HelloFresh, and this big fuck off box would show up in front of my door, and I'd be like,
big fuck off box.
I'd be like, hey, dude, your big fuck off box is here, and he'd be like, oh, okay, thanks. And I'd be like,
homie, it needs to go in the fridge.
So then like 3 days later, it would still be there. And sometimes I would just
hey,
like,
there's a raccoon living in your box,
yeah.
right?
So I'd put the box and I would put it in our
What's
kitchen,
in the box?
and I would say, hey, dude, your big fuck off box is in the kitchen. And he was like, okay, thanks. And then he would finally open it, and the HelloFresh, it comes with this like coolant stuff, and it's not recyclable, and the coolant stuff weighs like 20 pounds.
Oh.
And like, so we'd have like in our trash bags, you're not even really supposed to like throw it away. There's like instructions, and I'm like, well, I don't give a shit.
This is America. We don't care. We don't throw away nothing.
Yeah. So I'm like, so HelloFresh, I'm not.
Hey, HelloFresh, if you're out there, definitely
sponsor me.
Don't fucking. This is not we're not gonna be able to. I'm never gonna financially recover from this, am I? Oh, anywho,
You lost your future sponsorship.
I lost all my future sponsorships, but I am a real estate agent. I do want to help people that are living in Denver that love the base culture.
I'm gonna start telling people I'm a real estate agent.
Oh, you should, but then I'll give you a referral fee, but you have to have a real estate license for that to be legal. We'll just we'll launder it through your artist fees at our next show.
Sick.
Yeah, no, nobody's watching.
How could have they found out about my evil plan?
Oh no!
We heard it on the live stream.
When I first started this live stream, I was like, I'm gonna call my audience nobody, because there's nobody watching. Even when nobody was like, hey, there's nobody out there.
Still gotta call him chat.
Yo, chat.
Yeah, there's no chat. There's nobody's here. So dude, you've been on the decks at some big festivals like Lost Lands. I was trying to like see what else you were just like you're like supporting.
I was a
with
guest
friends.
star.
You were a guest star at Lost Lands.
Yeah, I was a guest star. I didn't play, and I just
2022,
2022 and 2023.
Okay.
I had a couple friends.
Both years, 2 years in a row.
Yeah, I had
this year.
I'm gonna try to. But yeah, I just guest starred, so I just like hopped around on stage.
Was it the same homie that got
It was
you on both
AU5. It was
times?
a couple homies. AU5, Skybreak, and I think that was it. Maybe somebody else. I forget. But yeah, I just.
Is that the biggest audience you've played to so far?
I wouldn't say I played there.
You were there. People were like,
I guest appeared. It was their set, and I just kind of like hopped. I would say that was probably the biggest crowd like that I've been on stage for.
In front of.
But I wouldn't say I like played. It was just like I just kind of was like, hey,
Here I am. You know, this is one of my friends that we did a collab.
Today's word is optics.
Optics. Yeah, optics is everything. But I mean, to us, like guys like us, like even just walking on stage with someone else who's playing, that's a huge.
No, it was incredible.
It probably felt amazing to have that happen.
Well, it was also music that we've written. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and I feel super awesome to have friends that would even like consider that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would do that if I was in that situation. I would do it, no doubt. You know, and I told my friends, like, look, I'm not gonna touch anything. I'm gonna be back here.
And meanwhile, there's like 3 CDJ 3000s, and you're like, dude, I could just like.
There's 4.
There's
they have a custom DLC skin, Lost Lands skin on them.
That's so dope.
Custom DLC Lost Lands skin. You can purchase it 500.
You know, some rich fuck buys that like after the show.
You know what I mean? It's
so
cool.
Well, that being said, like, dude, what would be your dream venue or festival that's not Red Rocks?
I mean, Lost Lands. I'd love to play Lost Lands. That would be incredible.
We have to put that caveat, like Red Rocks. Of course, everyone would want to play Red Rocks.
Well, it's actually interesting. I was talking to a friend about this. I think I would like to play Lost Lands, but I think Red Rocks would be like...
Even as an opener.
Yeah, but I think for what I would be trying to do as an artist, I feel like Red Rocks would be better.
Yeah.
Because like I have some ideas for like cool visual stuff that I feel like Red Rocks... Because Lost Lands is like very I don't know, have any of you guys been before? It's really chaotic. There's like 10,000 people there. The stage is like
it's the American Tomorrowland,
gigantic.
but for bass music.
There's 10,000 people partying in the woods of Ohio. Like it's insane.
Before Ohio was a meme.
It's insane. But I feel so I feel like, you know, it's an awesome festival, but it's like it's more of an experience, right?
Yeah, it is.
I feel like Red Rocks is like you're there for the concert. It's an experience as well. Yeah. But you're there for like the concert. I feel like it's more, even though it's a giant amphitheater, it's a more intimate setting than Lost Lands is.
Well, you know, now that we're talking about it, and I'm thinking and like envisioning it in my head, like I said, like if you were like a opener at Red Rocks, like you would have like 20 or 30 of your homies in the front, like 20 rows. Yeah. While and then they would be there for the headliner or the sub headliner. That'd be sick.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's probably one of the next big things to go for.
Yeah.
Like either a Red Rock show or maybe a big festival.
Yeah, yeah.
Who wants to go to Ohio?
Well, you go to Ohio. You go to Ohio for the dubstep festival. It's crazy though when you see it, because you're like, wow, there's like 10,000 people in Ohio. It's nuts. But it's crazy. Like I said, I would love to do either or. I feel like with Red Rocks, I would like to kind of curate like a visual kind of thing. Yeah,
there's a lot more opportunity. So they have those two big screens on the sides.
What I'm trying to say is,
and the one in the center.
Yeah, there's more opportunity to like express yourself. I feel like at Red Rocks.
When I was speaking of Red Rocks, when I was digging through your Facebook, because I was cyber stalking you like a fucking creep, I saw you posted about the Skrillex show at Red Rocks. Did you go to that one?
I did go to that one. My girlfriend Crystal, who's out there, she scored tickets, and it was one of the best shows I've ever seen.
Ralph, did you go to that one too?
It was incredible.
Last minute send.
It was great. My girlfriend Crystal, she got tickets.
It was last minute for everyone because he announced it last minute.
Well, so like she got tickets, and I was like, I don't want to pay any more than like 150, you know. And she was like.
You want to not sit on my subwoofer?
She was like, oh, it's like, she was like, oh, it's 300, and I was like, oh, so like 300 shit. Total. She's like, no, 300 like per, and I was like, but it was awesome. It was it was totally worth it. It was an incredible experience. Like Skrillex, obviously, you know, huge inspiration, and like he's still to this day being a huge inspiration.
It's a huge faux pas if you're running a podcast and you're doing an interview, to start talking about yourself. But if I may, for like 1 second, because we will connect on this, we wouldn't actually be here right now if it wasn't for that event. Because if you can, back in the day, I was actually in a country band. I used to play country. I mean, I started playing guitar when I was 12. I did all kinds of different things. I went to University of Colorado for music engineering. And I was in a country band, and my audio engineer for that toured with us was this guy named Guy Pressler. He's from Alaska. And after my country band all disbanded and we were all gone and I was all over, I'm still kind of like trying to figure out what I'm gonna do, where I'm going. And homie Guy is up in Alaska, and he calls me. He's like, "Hey Connor, what are you doing on April 29th?" And I'm like, "Dude, if it involves you, I'm fucking there." And he's like, "I'm coming down to see the Skrillex show, and I just need a couch to crash on. Like, my house is open to you, for sure." We bought the tickets. We paid $400 each for tickets.
Was that your first dubstep show you've ever been to?
No. I mean,
I was like, that would have been a hell of a first show.
I mean, I've been to a bunch of Bass Nectar shows. I've been to let's not talk about that.
It's okay. We've all
we've all made mistakes.
It's okay. It's okay.
I've been to I saw Zed's Dead at the Ogden, like way back in the day, small before they were big. And I used to do dubstep, I used to do EDM, and then I went into country music, and the guy was my sound engineer. And when he came out, I was like, all right, cool, let's go to fucking Skrillex. Changed my life. I wouldn't be doing this now if it wasn't for that show. That show
What year was this?
Well, so when we're talking about the Skrillex show at Red Rocks.
Oh.
When Guy came down from Alaska, stayed at my house, dragged me out to that show, we paid an ungodly amount of money to be there. It absolutely fucking changed my life. I would not have these decks. I would not have this fucking studio if it wasn't for that show. And the crazy thing is, you were there too. So that brought us a lot of people together. That's really fucking cool.
Yeah. No, it was awesome.
So let's see, what's next on my list? Did you go to Skrillex? Who's your dream collab, a dream festival? Oh yeah.
That's a lot of personal.
Yeah. Super personal. Let's get even more personal. Look at this.
Oh God, Jesus Christ. Jesus.
That's way back. So that's is that an APC 40 I'm seeing there?
Yeah.
Dude, remember DJing on APC 40s?
Yeah, it sucks.
I think I have one in this closet up here.
Sucks. Don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it. If you have an APC 40,
bite the bullet and
send
learn
it-
CDJs.
send it to a third world country where it belongs. We need to have some African kid using your old.
No, that was my first ever set.
That was your first ever set.
That was my first ever set. Yeah. So that was at a venue in Baltimore called the Brass Monkey, and my cousin, his band was playing a show, and
Is that where there's a drum set in the background?
yeah, exactly. And my uncle, who was like kind of, I guess, putting it all together, he was like, "Do you want to play like an opening set, dude?" And I was like, "Gotta start somewhere."
So what did you play at this show?
I played my own shit, dude.
You played your own shit because
I
you've
played
been
my
doing your own
shit.
shit forever. Your stuff from 10 years ago still holds
It's
up.
bad.
No, dude, I'm actually.
It's not.
You're wrong.
So
It holds up.
You know how like. So I'm erasing that from the Prismatic canon.
No, you shouldn't.
Where
Well,
you know how
you're
like,
really gonna not like this next segment.
Oh no. So I used to work for a TV show before, and they do these things called pre-interviews.
Really? Maybe I should look into that.
No, it's all good.
But they do pre-interviews.
It's pre-interview, so they kind of go over like the questions.
So have you been in TV and film for a while? Is that
I
like,
worked at a
kinda your
TV show. I actually, when I moved to Colorado, because like I didn't make a lot of money, music, and so when I moved here, I got a job, and worked at a TV show, and I worked there for about 5 years. So like TV and AV, I've been kind of involved with, but yeah.
So you're a nerd through and through, like from fucking high school. Were you in the AV club in high school?
No.
No, okay.
I was smoking.
Right.
I was smoking weed in high school.
I think that we all were.
I was smoking weed in the woods behind the high school.
So I might have mentioned before that this one of the huge inspirations I have for this podcast was hey, quiet in the peanut gallery. Shut the fuck up. No, I'm just kidding. So one of the huge inspirations I've had for this was actually Hot Ones.
Yeah,
Everyone knows Hot Ones.
Yeah.
It's a show with hot questions and even hotter wings. And one thing that they do on Hot Ones is they do a deep dive on people's Instagram. And I know I already did the Instagram deep dive, and that was pretty fun.
That was a real deep cut.
And that actually wasn't intentional.
That's some serious prismatic lore.
Well, you might be a little bit more. Yeah, I had made sure that I asked Jay. I was like, is that actually one of his? Is that him for real?
No, it is me.
Let's see. Make sure this camera was working. Oh, it died.
Oh no.
The camera died.
Oh no.
So let's actually just switch to camera 2.
There you go. It's a cool setup you guys got.
Thank you.
Pretty interesting with this.
Yeah.
Guys.
What was I gonna say? This is a team effort.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys all owe me like $10,000.
Woo!
Yeah.
Take it out of my earnings from the podcast. Yeah, I DJ'd for like 15 minutes, so you can consider that me.
Yeah, I didn't get any subs during that time, so we didn't get any tips or subs.
What? No way.
Oh, no tips, no subs. Let's get this spec going real quick.
You need a technical difficulty
Yeah,
slide.
I have to technical produce the show and do the. This is gonna be fun. I want to make sure we have all angles for this, because on Hot Ones, they do the deep dive, and we already did the deep dive, but I want to do this. I want to ask you if you remember this track. I'm a scat man.
This track is
10 years old.
This track is a meme with my friends.
We're gonna listen to it.
We're gonna clip this. So you want to know?
I don't think it's bad. I think it's still super dope.
Yeah, it's not bad. That's why everybody brings it up. 10 years later.
Wait, people bring this up like all the time. Like people are like, dude, remember that Scatman remix? Can you do that?
Okay. Real quick. Okay. So this part right here, this is actually AU5's part.
Okay.
So this isn't my part. My part's at the very end.
My part's at the very end. So let's jump ahead. What's all the middle
Here.
It's on needle lock, so it's not gonna work.
Well, it's all.
You know how this works? Go ahead.
Okay. So story time. Okay.
Story time. I love this. Let's go.
Story time. Okay.
Let it play. Let it play. Real low. Real low.
So
Background
this
music.
track is a meme. Do I remember this
Really?
track? Yes, because everybody brings it up constantly. So this track was a 4-person collab between myself, Savant, and Fractal.
Wait,
and we each did.
Savant?
Yeah, he's in the name. You pulled this from my SoundCloud, right?
I did, but I didn't realize it was that Savant.
Yeah,
it's
that Savant.
Did you know? Dude, that guy's a.
Yeah, I know.
I'm a fan of that
So
guy.
I'm gonna get to that part.
Go ahead.
So okay, so we were all hanging out with this artist named BT, like legendary trance artist who kind of like mentored all of us in our formative, producing years. So we were all chilling at his house, and Savant was there, cause BT was like, what's Samuel L. Jackson's character from Avengers, who's getting them all together?
Nick Fury. Nick Fury.
BT was like the Nick Fury of like dubstep producers in 2013. He got like myself, A5 Fractal, Savant, Seamless. Do you remember Seamless?
Yes.
He got.
I
got.
was big into the scene then. I went into country music after that.
Yeah. So he got all of us together. So we all. So me, A5 Fractal, and Savant, we were all chilling and it was his idea to remix this song. So we each did a drop. My drop is the very end. This is Fractal's drop, and everybody brings this song up constantly. It's 10 years old, and anytime my name is
So you're telling me I'm not your first interviewer?
You're not
This is my first show.
This ain't my first rodeo, is what I'm trying to say. So
That's cool.
anytime my name is mentioned anywhere, any YouTube.
So you're fucking tired of it. I just made a whole mess out here.
No, it's just funny because you were probably like in your head, you're like, "Ooh, I'm gonna like,
get it."
you remember this, dude? I get deep cut." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm reminded of this every."
I went through SoundCloud. It was the funniest, dumbest one.
So everybody, this is my part. This is my part right here. Yeah. And even still, I had help with this because I wasn't great at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what? We were 12 years old back then.
Something like that. So this is the part that I did.
Easily the hardest part in the song.
That's the thing why people bring it up. They were like, your part in this song is, yeah, they're like, it's bad. I did have help. But people are like, this part is great. But they... Anyway, so people bring this up. They're like, dude, the Scatman remix, and I'm like, I have like a whole catalog of music.
You do.
But they're like, I know, but that 1 minute long drop of the Scatman. That's all my career is come to. Is that?
And you're tired of hearing about it, and I just brought it up on my show.
Funny. Pre-interview. Pre-interviews. No.
Dude. Well,
no, it's all good.
I would say that was a great place to let off, but I do want to talk about your new EP.
Yes, new EP.
So, and when I go back on your Spotify, you started with an EP, like way back in 2014, and I listened to it, and it's pretty.
So that isn't my first EP. Actually,
no.
The first EP that I put out was in 2013. I actually did a track with Seamless because, again, it was like an Avengers crossover kind of thing, right? You actually, I removed it from Canon. You can find it on like YouTube. You can find it on YouTube.
In the comic books, the manga.
Yeah.
Prismatic manga.
You can in the spin-off manga series. No, but you can find there's a whole bunch of music that I put out in 2013 that I removed from my SoundCloud. It's on Beatport. Spotify wasn't really a thing then. So my first EP came out in 2013. It was called Ab Initio. And you can find it on Beatport and on like YouTube and stuff.
Was it more towards the end or the beginning of 2013?
It was like towards like
November.
Yeah,
September,
something like that. Yeah. But yeah, I think like again, Spotify wasn't really like a thing.
No.
I think it was
like it was like when the DSPs are really starting to take off.
Yeah.
Like DistroKid or CD. We were still using CD Baby back then, pretty much for distribution with actual physical CDs.
I just uploaded stuff to SoundCloud, and I also labels were more of a thing back then. So
I do want to.
You deal with this. I'm not dealing.
I do want to talk about one thing really quick, and it was about you posted across all your platforms that you're now independently being represented. You don't have to talk about anything that happened, if there's any bad blood with any party or whatever, but just tell me about like that decision. Maybe you were using an agent or something before, and now you're doing this now.
Yeah. Well, I've had management, and I've had one management kind of, I guess, group you could say, and I've had 2 booking agencies. And the management agency was for a little while was really good.
Uh-huh.
But that sort of just, I guess, it just kind of ran out of gas, I guess you could say. We just kind of went our separate ways. And like the person in general is somebody who's not really doing like,
okay, I mean, of course not.
Yeah, not really doing that EDM management, you could say. And then the agencies that I were with were both really small. And
those are booking agencies.
Yeah,
people helping you get gigs.
Agencies. Yeah,
it's totally separate from your labels and that stuff.
Yeah. And they were like small, nothing major. And like, I think I just realized at the end of the day, like I've just been handling stuff myself for like ever.
Yeah.
Even when I had agencies and management, I was still kind of like handling things myself. So I just, at the end of the day, and like some various events led up to me
Right.
leaving, which I don't want to talk
Of
about,
course
but
not.
but I just I'm just with where I'm currently at with my life, it makes sense.
And I'm very pro independent. Like, I know that you've also released on several labels, and
Yeah.
personally, I'm all power to especially EDM labels that are operating very on a smaller budget basis. I'm very, very pro independent.
Mhm.
I'm very pro promoting yourself on TikTok, promoting your music, doing marketing campaigns on your own, trying to do viral stuff. And that's something I definitely want to encourage with anybody that's out there thinking about doing music like this, that's in any genre, whatever you're doing. So it's just really cool to see that. I just kind of want to get your perspective on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a really good place to wrap it up.
I'm real quick. I'm open to, like, you know, I'm open to getting management and booking agents again. It's just like
they're gonna serve you the way that you need.
Yeah, because
Server.
here's like, well, the booking agent and management thing, it's kind of two different beasts.
Okay.
It's different. They can work together, but it's kind of two different things. I think when it comes to a manager, and I think this is good advice for artists in general, you really want somebody who really advocates for you and who's really stoked about your project.
Maybe believes in your vision.
If your agent, or manager, I should say, is not really stoked about your project, like your manager should be, not should be, but a manager, in my opinion, should be one of your #1 fans. They should be like really excited about what you're doing.
We don't want a Colonel Parker situation.
We don't want somebody that treats you like it's real, like, cynical, and it's like you want somebody who's like, I'm really excited about what you're doing, and I want to, like, channel that excitement into helping you, essentially. Because a lot of things that a manager does, like, and that's the other thing too, a lot of the things the manager does, you can do yourself, and it doesn't make sense for you to have a manager unless you're like this, like, huge artist where it makes sense to kind of come at things from like a, let's think about this for a second.
For a huge commercial perspective.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You're going to be selling millions.
Yeah.
Doing stadium tours.
Yeah, and a booking agent in that same regards. And I think with a booking agent, it's a little different. You want booking agents too who are really stoked about you, because they're going to channel that excitement into getting you stuff. But with a booking agent, you want somebody who really knows what they're doing. Because when people...
A lot of people out there that just say that they know.
They
know
do,
this
they
guy,
do.
that guy,
And like, I've been booking myself, and I feel like I just feel like I can handle it on my own, you know, based on some stuff, because you want people that really know what they're doing and really can, like, that know the industry well. And I feel like it's really tough to break into the booking agency realm, because, like, it takes it's a lot of trial and error, and it just takes, like, knowing the right people. And if you have, like, a couple bad shows, then the artist is going to be, like, not trusting you, especially if it's out of state.
I think we hit on something that's really important to you and is really special, and that's awesome. I would love to have a more deeper conversation about it, but I want to talk really quickly about your EP.
Yeah.
And then we'll take a quick break, and then we'll get you on the decks, and we'll do a show. So tell us about this EP that you just came up with.
Yeah, so this is a Metropolis EP, came out today on all platforms. It's a 2-track drum and bass EP.
Yo, drum and bass.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah. And
you gonna play some of it for us tonight?
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
yeah.
Exclusive Potato Show premiere. We got Prismatic here.
Exactly.
Fucking do the shit.
Yeah, so I got a 2-track D&B EP that came out. It came out with my good homie EOS.
Okay.
Really good friend of mine. Yeah.
Really,
really good friend of mine. Also a Baltimore guy who moved here. And I've been watching his come up over the years, and it's been awesome. And he makes kind of more like tippery kind of stuff, for lack of a better term. Yeah.
Very much a jazzy
That kind of like
version.
squelchy. IDM kind of stuff, but we both really like drum and bass. And I feel like
Drum and bass.
I've also, if you know a thing or two about my lore, I make a drum and bass, and I've been quietly making drum and bass because I've been kind of focusing my brand.
I don't. I'm just pretending to know your
No,
lore.
it's okay. It's okay.
It's my job to just be a fucking fake piece of shit out here.
You're a real estate agent. I'm kidding.
Yeah. No, for real. No, this guy's got my number. For real.
But no, I love drum and bass, and I actually have a lot of unreleased drum and bass, and people care about drum and bass now. All of a sudden, I don't know what happened.
Because drum and bass is awesome.
It's always been awesome, but it's awesome. But it
takes a while for underground
but
music
now
to
it's awesome
catch
in
up.
like a group thing kind of way.
Dude, real quick, have you heard about the Amigo plugin?
No.
Dude, you remember the old Amiga software, hardware,
I can envision it.
Sequencers
Yeah.
on the old computers?
I can envision it.
This guy released a plugin. It's like $13. It's 10 euros. And it's really well emulates the sampling and the downsampling and all the sounds of the old Amiga samplers.
Yeah.
I got it. I can hook you up with it. It's fucking awesome. It definitely has that old school sound. So you'll load like a breakbeat into it, and then you can like rechange the sampling, and it just sounds like old school.
Oh yeah.
Like old school original samplers, like jungle music and shit like that. So anyway, thank you so much for joining us.
Dude, thank you for having me. This was awesome.
Fuck yeah, we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, Prismatic is gonna do however long you want.
Yeah,
if you want to do an hour, let's do an hour.
Yeah, we'll feel it out.
Yeah, let's do it, brother.
Oh yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
Hell yeah.
Hey everybody, first off, I want to give a big shout out to Prismatic for joining us on the show. It was a big ask for him to be our first professional guest, and it was a big risk to showcase his brand with an unproven concept. We are truly thankful for that, and his set went absolutely amazing. He played music from his new EP with EOS, which is out now on Spotify, and don't forget to follow all the socials for Prismatic, Jaylay, and Ralph Lemons. All links will be in the description. And of course, we want to thank you for making it this far. If you enjoyed this content, please consider liking and subscribing. These long form sets are always great to put on in the background for when you're gaming or cleaning or out on a long drive. So here's a playlist right here with all of our past sets for your binging pleasure. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you on the other side.